Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, joined by my co-host, the Red Wolf. And we are back with another My Hero Academia Season 5 episode review for you guys. And man, was that a clean sweep?
Mm-hmm.
Almost damn near a one-man team.
Well, they helped out too, but
Yeah, they helped out. They all made a pretty good team, but let's be honest, Bakugou did all the work.
I guess.
Anyways, we're here to talk My Hero Academia, talk about the hype levels of Mr. Destruction, Murder God, whatever his hero name is.
We still don't know.
Yeah. But man, again, like I said, one-man team, Bakugou, and really, he was kind of the catalyst that put his team into the effort of winning this. Because just the fact that he was able to trust his teammates, which, let's be honest, that's kind of a new thing for him. But at the same time, it caught his opponents way, and I mean way
off guard.
Because they predicted he'd be the lone wolf type of character, but no, he worked pretty well. Anyways, yeah, let's get into this fight. So obviously this is the fourth matchup of the Class 1A versus Class 1B battle. This is Team Bakugou versus, I guess you can say Team Setsuna. And the thing is, Class 1B is like, oh, Bakugou, this might be an easy victory because, well, guess what? Bakugou's going to only operate on his own. He's not going to take it from anybody. He's not a team player. Well, you see later, much in the fight, when it looks like Class 1A are Jiro, Sato, and Sero are all, I guess you can say, cornered. Bakugou does something where he saves him and it throws the entire match off balance for them. To the point they're like, what the hell is going on? Now, not to say Class 1B didn't have a good plan. They had a pretty good idea, and that's okay. Let's play off what we think Bakugou is, a lone wolf type of fighter. Now, Bakugou, he's like, look, just stay out of my way. That's it. But we find out later in the episode, he's like, listen, it doesn't matter. When you guys need it, I'm going to save you. Just as you guys will do for me, and you'll save me when I'm in trouble as well, which I did like that whole motto there. Now, he does give Jiro, Sato, and Sero all these like bombs that aren't as strong as his explosions, but they can still do some pretty hefty damage. Now, when they're advancing, they see something in the air. What the heck? They see something in the air, and Jiro's like, okay, I need to use my quirk to listen in, but she hears all this tapping all over the place. It's just boom, 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 boom. And Bakugou's like, what the hell is it? Hurry it up, and stuff like that. But when that happens, it ends up, when Bakugou starts advancing a bit, it ends up being a trap set by Class 1B. Because what happens is it's Setsuna's quirk, and her quirk is, I think they said lizard tail, which essentially her quirk is just her body breaking up into many different pieces.
Like a lizard's tail.
Yes.
I remember that one line from Dragon Ball Z Kai when Krillin saw Piccolo's arm grow for the first time. He's like, just like a Krillin's tail. Just like a lizard's tail. I mean, what did I say? Krillin's tail? What the hell?
What did you think about Setsuna's quirk?
Very interesting. Her design is interesting too. Hope.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say thick, but okay.
You know exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so what happens next up after this is, since Bakugou's off on his own chasing away Setsuna, Sero kind of wraps the tape around like all these like cylinders and these buildings and structures like that. But it comes up to backfire on them because Bondo, the guy that looks like a Dusknoir from Pokemon, does he not look like that?
I guess, yeah.
We find out his quirk, and what is his quirk?
You take him in.
Well, his quirk is Semadine, which essentially he can create glue, and if you get stuck in it, you're stuck for good. Honestly, seems like it's similar to the properties of Mineta's type of ball things. So it's looking like they're all trapped. Now we see this other guy come in, Kamakiri, with his blade quirk, which he can just.
His hero name is something Mantis.
I didn't get their hero names down. I didn't put their hero names. I just go by their regular names. But yeah, Kamakiri, his quirk is essentially Quick Claw, and essentially he can just have claws or sharp like body structures from anywhere from his body, which is a pretty interesting quirk. And yeah, I think he is a bug or something like that, which is very interesting design there. But he cuts off all the structures where the glue's holding it, and it's gonna fall on Jiro and the others. But who comes in to save the day?
Bakugou.
Yes, and he utterly annihilates Kamakiri. To the point Kamakiri is like, I gotta get out of here. He's too much for me. So what happens up next is Setsuna and the others plan to retreat because they're like, okay, Bakugou's overwhelming us. We can't do this. And that's when Jiro hears the retreating. And that's when our main man Bakugou goes charging in. But then another character from Class 1B shows up named Awase. And his quirk essentially stops her boy in place, and it's called Weld. Now, Weld can, now with his quirk, he can wield things at a molecular level. But he needs to touch things first before he can activate his quirk. So with those things. But what is the one thing that Bakugou told the others that he'll do for them?
I'll save you when you need help. I just expect the same from you as well.
Yes. You care to tell us what happened, how he got out of his little prison chains or whatever?
Sugar Rush.
Yes. Hold on, guys. Okay, back from that long break for me. Not for you guys, but what was I talking about? Oh yes, Sugar Rush, when he did his close combat attack and he broke away the things. And again, Bakugou's little gauntlets get broken again. Every damn battle, those things always break. I wonder how much of those cost. Well, I don't know who is. Doesn't what's her face? Hatsume make those for him or something like that? I'm guessing she does.
I believe so, yeah.
Unless he goes to another support item person. But after that, that's when Bakugou's just like, he goes, oh, I'm taking you all out one by one. And essentially, that's what he does. He takes them all out one by one, all by himself. With the rest of the teammates, essentially, Jiro and the others essentially finishing off what he starts by wrapping them all up and everything. Now, obviously, the last person left is Setsuna. Now, Sero comes up with a plan of saying, like, wait, Setsuna can break parts away. Because when Jiro was listening earlier as they were retreating, she was saying, like, I can hear, like, less noises because she has less parts. And we know in Setsuna, her quirk is if some parts don't come back to her, her body just automatically reforms after a while. But the reason why she didn't call them back is because it would give away her position. She's floating somewhere in the air. So Sero had the great idea to attach one of the bombs he got from Bakugou to one of his tapes that was actually taped to one of Setsuna's pieces that was flying back up to her. And Setsuna was unaware to the bomb, and it caught her by surprise. It gave away her location because because of the whole, I guess, explosion. And that's when you just have Bakugou just like, and you just have her like, but I thought you weren't. Boom. Match over. She gives the whole whiteout eyes, knowing that she's knocked out. And Bakugou's team, I guess you can say, get revenge for Momo's team for getting swept because they swept Class 1B here. Which I know when I read this in manga, I was actually shocked. I was like, wow, they swept him with utter ease. And again, Bakugou, one-man show, even though the others did have help. But I did like to mention the fact that Class 1B did mention that these four make a pretty good team. Mm-hmm. Even though, you know, their personalities are very different from each other. And morally, three of them are on page and want to be the team, but Bakugou's kind of his own thing. Essentially, Bakugou's the main person that runs the ship, and they're the support. What did you think of this quick battle?
I was like, well, talk about they just got swept. That's all I can say.
Yes. You care to end the episode review for us by explaining what happens near the end of the episode before we get to the end of the episode?
Deku's team was getting ready and stuff.
Yes. Our boy Deku. Our boy Deku. All I gotta say is this. I did like the fact that they did one. Aizawa was just like, you guys got no problems. You just took care of business. That's all you got to do. So it is what it is. You mentioned earlier, I think in the review, how you were freaking out about Monoma.
As I said, nothing is more satisfying than Monoma like overreacting over Bakugou's change.
Yes. I think even Vlad's like, look, it's okay. You didn't expect Bakugou's to change over time, but at the same time, you got to be prepared for those changes and sacrifices willing. Obviously, everybody's congratulating Bakugou for what he did and how cool he was. And then Deku's like, hey, great job, man. He's like, leave me alone, damn it.
But I'm not in your way.
Oh, I'm not even in your way. He's like, whatever. And he just tells Deku, he's like, I'm going to move faster than you to surpass you. And obviously, Deku's gonna take on the challenge, and he's gonna try to move even faster than Mr. Bakugou himself. Now, also, we see that Monoma's planning, and the next matchup for his team is, it seems like they're gonna plan around trying to stop Deku, because they know, to them, Deku's probably the most top priority in their matchup. Now, they do get some talking. Before we do get a little bit of some pre-match things for Deku's match, and the thing is, Deku is going to use himself as a decoy, and essentially have the others try to take out the remaining Class 1B fighters. How hyped are you for this Deku matchup?
I'm pretty hyped, yeah. Though I'm a little worried because they did make a mention that Deku's quirk was kind of acting weird. So.
Yes, based off what happened really at the end of last season and the start of this season. And that's where the episode ends off. So next week, we're going to get the Team Deku versus Team Monoma or Team Shinzo fight. Whatever you want to call it. And funny enough, I recently reread the chapters of that entire fight. And I'm just going to say for anime only fans, look forward to seeing some really cool stuff. Because I'm mind blown. Now, as you watch the next episode preview, there was a point in the next episode preview where it looked like, you know, they did the whole thing where Deku looks like he's, like, I guess, stuttered by something. So we don't know what that could be. That could be Shinzo, quirk activating, making him stop somewhere, or maybe something else could be in play. We don't know. Well, I know, but anime onlys don't know. But definitely can't wait to see next week. I will say, I think this is the longest fight in all of the Class 1A versus Class 1B. So obviously, you know, you're going to get probably one of the best things is to cap off this arc so before we get into the next arc. So yeah, definitely is going to be a very fun time. Definitely can't wait for next Saturday because I want to see my boy Deku come in and fight. Yes. Also, to shut up that Monoma guy, because we all want Monoma to shut up.
I'm sure most of us do.
Yes, which, funny enough, Kendo went back to the smacking thing on him again, which it was funny. But I very much enjoyed it. Anyways, guys, we're going to get out of here. So if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of My Hero Academia, as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to get more My Hero Academia content, not for the anime, but if you're a manga-only reader. I don't know if I'm going to get it out later today because I'm pretty busy today, but I'll see what I can do. But other than that, that's kind of it, because I know what's going on in the manga right now is utter heat. We got a new Bay, and Deku just did an amazing thing in the last chapter. I can't wait! I can't wait! You don't understand what you're missing, Denzel! When you see this in the anime, your jaw's gonna drop. It's just going to drop.
You have to mention the Bay.
Yes, there's a new Bay in town. I'm not going to specify anybody, but there's a new Bay in My Hero Academia. Anyways, this has been Ken for 15.
And the Red Wolf.
And we're signing out. Hopefully you enjoy your My Hero Academia, babes. Which, funny enough, I was looking at the Verb comments before we go, and I guess at the end of the episode when they were like, what is it with Deku's team? I saw some members like, bro, why they did a close-up on Mina's butt? Because they're showing off how much cake she got.
I did make a mention in the past videos. In the past saying, why is Mina so thick?
Because it's Mina. Mina Ashido is thick.
Why is she thick though? Why is she thick?
You can say the same about Uraraka.
Yes.
She's pretty thick at the hips.
And I guess Momo, even though they don't really show that side of her, but
yeah. We don't know what Hagakure looks like, so. Other than that, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Till then, guys, we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Peace.